Hello, my name is Jessica Parks. I'm excited to run for the Medford School Committee to rethink our approach to budgeting, improve communication, and most importantly, build systems that support educators and meet the needs of all learners, ensuring everyone is engaged, valued, and heard. A year and a half ago, I never imagined myself here. That changed the night my 9-year-old son, Simon, unexpectedly spoke at a school committee meeting to oppose cuts to teacher positions. Watching him speak, so proud and unafraid, reminded me of why I bring him to these meetings, to demonstrate that we show up for our community and we speak up for what we believe in, even when it's difficult. That small reminder turned into a petition to save our teachers at Missatuck, and it led to volunteering with the Invest in Medford Override campaign. I drafted FAQs, created graphs, and Simon and I knocked on doors every weekend. We listened to your stories about our schools, and with each new story, I found myself becoming increasingly invested in the future of Medford schools. And from this, my campaign emerged, rooted in the power of community action. As a planner and project manager, I bring real experience to conversations about the high school. I also have a track record of thinking strategically, solving problems creatively, and leading inclusively by inviting diverse voices to help create better outcomes. As a parent, I understand the desire to want the best for your child and the challenges of getting there. During the Override campaign, many parents shared frustrations about the lack of after-school programs. Although my family moved off the wait list, I remember the stress it created, so I teamed up with other parents to find solutions. To align everyone around the table, I focused the group on case studies of neighboring districts. These case studies helped shift the discussions with administration, making them more receptive to our proposals for expanding the program over the next 2 years. They also supported keeping the program and revenue in-house while exploring new partnerships and expanding the task force to include administrators, parents, principals, and program coordinators. Although the work has just begun, after-school spots have increased, and I'm committed to seeing this through. I will bring a strategic approach to budgeting, starting with a shared vision of the schools we want, identifying the full cost of that vision, and then prioritizing wisely with input from all stakeholders. Even if we can't fund everything immediately, understanding our shortfall is essential to exploring alternative funding sources and partnerships until there is a permanent revenue stream. However, the real heart of my campaign is meeting the needs of all learners. I struggled as a student and was diagnosed with learning disabilities in high school. I've seen how confusing the IEP process can be through our former foster child. And I have a kiddo who quickly finishes classwork to go on his Chromebook. I know I'm not alone in these experiences. Every student, whether they struggle to access the curriculum, need alternative learning methods, or seek more challenges, deserves support and opportunities to stay engaged in Medford's public schools instead of having to look elsewhere. To achieve this, we must support our educators by providing essential classroom resources and ongoing professional development tailored to diverse learning needs. Standardizing our procedures and finding ways to measure their success will be critical. We also need to equip families and caregivers with the tools to advocate effectively for their children, because no child should fall through the cracks due to language barriers, financial limitations, or lack of information. Yet none of this can happen without open, honest, and consistent communication, because everyone deserves the chance to make well-informed decisions. This is where my experience for communicating for complex projects will be a valuable asset. But communication isn't only about sharing updates. It's also about listening, building trust, and addressing issues before they escalate. I will work to expand opportunities for open, honest dialogue through community office hours, regular coffee hours at the schools for educators, staff, and students, and one-on-one conversations. This is the kind of collaboration and action I will bring to the school committee by listening to needs, looking at data, bringing the right people together, and turning ideas into real results. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and work towards creating schools where everyone is engaged, supported, and heard. Thank you, and I appreciate your support on November 4th.